and even talking about the band and all the things that I went through for the 40 years that I've been performing in Climax, all the bullying that I went through for so many years. I mean, they used to bully me because people thought I was the cutest one in the band, or the shortest one in the band, or the most talented one in the band, and the girls hated that about when people would say something to me, even about hey Cheryl, I think you're the most, and then they hear it and they would viciously attack me in some kind of way. I mean, there were even times where they would have recording sessions scheduled and I wouldn't know anything about it, and there's a recording session going on and I hear about it after the fact, and maybe I get a chance to go in and do my part, or sometimes it'd be like, well, we're just going to do it without it, and that kind of thing. So I mean, there were times where they would just be really underhanded and not include me in some things, and that was really unfortunate because I was so much into wanting to be a band and to be a family, but they felt so intimidated about my talent and the things that I could do, that they would basically do things behind my back. Now, what they did trust me with was handling the money, because I had banking experience, as I said before, and I would handle, making sure everybody got salaries and stuff like that, because they didn't trust each other with the money, but they trusted me. Yet still they bullied me. I mean, it was constant years of bullying over and over. And I didn't talk about it because, I mean, I'm not, I was in, my thing was protecting the legacy, protecting, the things that happened to me behind the scenes, even protecting them, those my bullies, protecting them. And for years, I didn't say anything. I mean, and then later when there was, I was approached about doing the reunion. I mean, I didn't, it wasn't like I just woke up one day and wanted to do it. I got a call from our manager from back in the 80s and asking me, hey, Cheryl, why don't you get the girls back together and do some old school tours? And the reason why he even came to me and asked me about doing it is because I still have the same telephone number that I had. So he figured at some point somebody's called me or something, right? And so, I was able to kind of get in contact with, really all of them, but two, I wasn't able to contact Robin. I wasn't able to contact Bernadette. So, they didn't directly tell me that they didn't want to do it, but, I was told through Lorena, the vocalist, that she was told by Bernadette she didn't want to do a reunion. So, we were, still talking about it. Lorena, the vocalist, said she was interested. Joyce, the bass player, said she was interested. Lynn, the keyboard player, she said, she really couldn't do it because she didn't want to take time from her job. But I kept pushing forward, hoping that, things would open up and people would change their minds. And we did get people to, pretty much substitute and stuff like that. So as, time went on, Lorena, the vocalist, said, she said she definitely didn't want to do it. She didn't want to take time from her family. And at that point, it was just left Joyce and I to do it. And then so I, set up rehearsals. And matter of fact, I know for sure it was Super Bowl Sunday, 2003. Because the rehearsals were in LA and she had flown in from Atlanta to do the rehearsals, and she called at that time, no cell phones, it was just landline, and asked when rehearsal was going to be. So told her 1 o'clock, and 1 o'clock came and everybody's at rehearsal waiting for her, and she didn't show up. So wow. I don't know what to tell these, the people sitting here, is she going to come? She's not going to come. So I canceled rehearsals because I'm not going to waste their time if she's not going to show up. About a few hours later, after Super Bowl is over, I guess, she calls and says, okay, so when's rehearsal? I'm like, well, I canceled because I hadn't heard from you. I didn't know, what you wanted to do. Well, I wouldn't have came out here if I had known you were going to cancel. Click. And I never heard from her again. Wow. But I kept going forward, hoping that, people would change their mind, would call. I started getting bookings, and as soon as I got the first booking to perform at a festival, then I started getting the hate calls, the death threats, and you can't do this and you can't do that. I mean, they just got vicious, and they continue to be bullying and vicious to this day about it.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that you're able to speak out now and able to let everybody know everything that happened, and how you're able, like I said earlier, to kind of persevere and kind of still be able to be you and love yourself and things of that sort. I think that's very important. So we're definitely here sympathizing with you because a lot of people, they may have gone through things like that. Maybe not even in the music industry, but with their friends and things of that sort. So we
Yeah.
definitely appreciate you for letting us, you know, be able to help you tell that story.